Hello my beautiful friends, it's Amanda here, and today we're going to talk about ColourPop's most recent collection. This is the Make It Black collection. It's currently available from both ColourPop and Ulta's websites. Some of the shades in this collection are re-promoted, so I'm going to point those out as we go along. And according to the ColourPop Instagram, this is a limited edition collection, so I don't think that this is the kind of thing that's going to be restocked in the future. However, almost everything is still available. Only one of the eyeliners is completely sold out at this point, so there's still plenty of time to grab whatever you're interested in. Before we get into the actual products, swatches, and info, I want to tell you a little bit about the whole purpose, the movement behind this collection. 100% of the net profits from this collection will go towards supporting Black founders through the Pull Up for Change Small Business Impact Fund. ColourPop has a lot more in-depth information about this process on their Instagram page as well as on their website, so I'm going to link those things down below if you're interested in seeing more in-depth info about this process. If you don't already know, the Pull Up for Change movement was started by Sharon Chuter. She's the founder of Uoma Beauty. She started this organization, which is committed to advancing the economic well-being of Black communities around the world. Sharon has been the driving force behind this movement, and she's long been a great leader in the beauty industry for not only talking about things like inclusivity and diversity, but she also just has a great creative mind. Her brand is really cool. I highly, highly recommend checking her out, learning more about her, following her on social media, especially if you are a beauty lover and you consider yourself part of the beauty or makeup communities online. Now, if you watch this and you're not interested in any of these products, but you are still interested in supporting this movement, this campaign, you can still just directly donate to them. ColourPop has all of this information listed. I'm going to put it down in my description box as well. And according to ColourPop, this is an ongoing campaign. So I don't know if that means there will be more beauty brand collaborations, or if they just are referring to the fact that this Make It Black organization is going to continue to operate. So who knows, maybe we have some more collections like this to look forward to in the future. Okay, now let's get into these ColourPop products, and I'm going to give you swatches, close-ups, prices. I'm even going to do a tutorial. So let's start with the Super Shock Shadow Kit. This is the Make It Unstoppable Super Shock Shadow Duo. It is priced at $12 US, and it contains these two shades, Main Attraction and Millennium. We're gonna see this black on black with contrast finish packaging across the entire collection. All of these products have special outer cartons, outer packaging, as well as the products themselves. I especially love when we get the special packaging on the Super Shocks. They're just always so cute. And these do have stickers with the shade names on the backs as well. First, we'll take a look at the shade Millennium. This is the more reddish of the two. They are both ultra metallic finishes, and Millennium is actually a re-promote from the Is This Real Life Super Shock Vault a couple of holiday releases ago. Now, Main Attraction is the more coppery color. This one is confusing because they had a previous product with this name, but it was a different product. So technically this is not a re-promoted shade. It's just a recycled shade name. Here you can see them side by side so you can tell the difference between the two. And I'm also going to show you a swatch of both of these, just a quick finger swipe swatch on my arm. You will get to see the shade Main Attraction in action because I use it on my lids during the tutorial. So you will get to see that a little bit later on in the video. Next, let's talk about these cream gel liners. There are two different shades. They are individually sold for $7 US, and as you can see, more special packaging across the outer cartons as well as on the actual pencils themselves. These cream gel liners are a twist up packaging, so you do not have to sharpen these pencils, but be warned, these are very, very soft formula. They can break pretty easily, so just be gentle with them, don't twist them up too far, and you should be fine. Here's the swatches. Rosette is a metallic rose gold, and Boots is a bright pink. Boots is a re-promoted shade. This has been previously released in their cream gel liner line before, but I believe that this shade has been out of stock for a while, so I'm sure a lot of people are happy to see it back. Now let's talk about the LIPPIE sticks. We have 4 shades. These are also sold individually for $7. More special packaging here. I do find myself wishing that there was either a cap or the little piece on the bottom that was color coordinating, because these can be a little bit difficult to tell apart, especially because the shade names are printed on the side instead of on the bottom, and the printing on mine is already starting to wear off, so I will be losing the names of these shades soon. Thankfully, I'll have this video to go back and look at. Here are all 4 shades. According to the ColourPop site, these are all a matte finish. I Heart This and Pitch are re-promoted shades, and I felt that the shade Like Magic was a familiar name, but I could not find any previously released LIPPIE sticks with the names Like Magic or Galore. So I believe that these are new shades. I could be completely off base. If you recognize these from somewhere, let me know. My research is imperfect sometimes, so I always appreciate it when you help me out in that department. I did want to show you swatches on my arm as well as lip swatches, especially because these shades are not super similar. I find that it's helpful to see them in lip swatch. Sometimes when the colors all look really close on the lips, the arm swatch is more helpful for me. I also thought that all of these lip colors ended up looking good with this really bright, bold eyeshadow that came from the palette in this collection. So it seems like all of these pieces really do fit together really well, which I appreciate the intentionality there. So speaking of the palette, let's take a look at the Make It Fearless Pressed Powder Palette. This is a 5-pan palette and it's priced at $10 US. When we take a look at the back of the palette, you'll see that there are 2 shades marked as not intended for the eye area. These are due to the pigments that these shadows contain. I go into really great detail about how to patch test, why you should patch test, why these pigments are of concern in my wine collection video. I will link that in the description. Check that out for more info about pigments and patch testing. Now, let's get back to this palette because it is bright, it is bold and fearless. We have the same information on the back of the palette that we do on the back of the outer carton that just indicates the shade names and which ones need to be patch tested. There's of course no mirror since we have this clear lid. We have 2 mattes, 1 shimmer, 1 satin shade, and 1 matte with glitter. Oasis is the matte with glitter, High Key is the satin shade, and the bright orange and bright pink, OOO, which stands for Out of Office, and High Key are the 2 with the pigment warnings. I'm going to go ahead and show you some swatches. Finger swatches are on top and then brush swatches are below. Here on the swatch, I want to point out which shades are re-promotes. The shade Oasis was in the Sandstone palette, and the shade OOO was in the Soul palette. It was in the A Flutter palette, and it was released as a single previously. I did want to do just a couple of comparisons. People really ask for these, and I do think they're helpful. But I really just want to make it clear that I'm not doing these comparisons, or really any of my comparisons, to imply that a product is bad, especially something like this where the profits are being donated. I'm really just doing this to try to be helpful and to further explain the actual product. So if you do find that this palette is going to be redundant within your own collection, then I still encourage you to check out the other products that are being released under the Make It Black collections. There are several from other brands as well, which I will show you more after my tutorial, but I just wanted to reiterate that I'm not dissing any collection anytime that I do comparisons, especially not this one, because these are being sold for a good cause. So if you're interested, definitely don't take this as a discouragement. Now I'm going to show you a tutorial using the palette in one of the Super Shocks. I'm also wearing the Like Magic Lippie stick. I'm not really going to narrate what I'm doing. I just want to take this time to sort of give you my thoughts on this collection and tell you what my favorite pieces are. First of all, my main criticism here is that they didn't include any cheek products, and I think that it's been pretty apparent for a while that blush and bronzer in particular, highlighter too, I'm sure, but definitely blush and bronzer have been really lacking in deeper shades. Most of their cheek products, very light, very pale skin centric, and I think this would have been a great time for them to release some deeper and more inclusive blushes and bronzers. But like they said, and I pointed out at the beginning, this is not a one-off campaign. This is an ongoing campaign. So perhaps we can expect to see more in the future. I will say, as much as I like how my eye look is going to turn out with this palette, my favorite products in this collection are the Lippie sticks and the Super Shocks. I'm always happy when we see these sort of OG product formulations coming back, getting new shades, getting new attention. I have started my love affair with ColourPop with Super Shocks, and I have long loved Super Shock shadows and the Lippie sticks. Especially, I love the matte formula, so I just think these are such great staple reliable products, and I'm happy to see a great range of colors, some really fun shades, some good re-promoted shades that have been long loved staples. This just was really nicely done, and except for the fact that I feel they're missing some inclusive cheek colors, I think that this was a great foot in the door for this Make It Black campaign. I want to sort of shine a spotlight on some of the other beauty products that have been released. Here is a full list. You can find quite a few of these products still on the Ulta website. So if these ColourPop products don't float your boat, there are quite a few other products, a lot of different types of products, a lot of different really great big brands here that have also participated in this Make It Black campaign. I'm going to link as many of them as I can find down in the description box if you want to check those out. Now's the time when I want to hear what you think about this collection. Have you picked up any of these products? Are any of them on your wish list? I always love to hear what you think about things too. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. I love your face, and I'll talk to you soon. Okay, bye!